Alrighty, friendos, we're ready to go out on another mission. Let me just really quick do something here. There we go. Alrighty, friendos, mission time. Now, as for what mission we're going to be doing first, that's the question, ain't it? Alright, so... Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. That's right. And I feel like in ME1, don't quote me though, but I'm pretty sure in Mass Effect 1, you zoomed out by using escape on the map. Or at the very least, I think that's why I tried to do that, but yeah, that just exits us out of the whole thing. Well, hold on, no. The mass relay's here. This is probably where I need to be. Alright. Still getting my bearings once again, especially because, frankly, this interface is a little janky on PC. It's more made for consoles, like, really all later BioWare games, sadly. Alright, so... Local cluster... don't need to do anything there. We do not need to do... Firewalker, Hill Nebula. Okay, so... We're not going to be doing the Firewalker stuff, just because, I don't know. They just don't seem to fit to the rest of the game to me. I'm not going to be doing the Firewalker missions. I might change my mind later. But let's just say we're not doing them for a while, probably, at least. I like them, they're fun, but I really would rather just get into the meat of the base gameplay, you know, because it's very arcadey, and I'm not too fond of them, and they're really hard missions, and I don't know. I like them, they're fun, but not as much as the rest of the game, to me. Especially because I like taking my time in these games, as you'll probably know by now for sure, but, yeah. Alright. What am I doing again? I'm thinking about who to recruit, and... Oh yeah, wait, hold on. It's... that's right. We can help Kasumi. Okay. I was gonna actually recruit someone. But I love the Kasumi mission. Let's fucking do it. See, I'm still, like, half awake, so I didn't really, like, see that. And last time I didn't really... I forgot that you go to the Citadel to help... Oh, wait, hold on, no. It's in this system elsewhere, huh? Oh, yeah. Let's go to Boltzmann and do that. That's why. Alright. Still waking up here, friendos. Be kind with the Durgan. Alright. I'm gonna start mining planets, just as a thing I do. Because I'm starting to need stuff. This is another reason to read all these gameplay reasons. So I'm probably actually going to eventually read a lot more of these than in the first game. I'm going to go ahead and read all the ones that I scan. Feynman. A hydrogen-methane gas giant, Feynman is of far less interest to the colonists of Beckenstein than its moons. All 24 are under heavy development by three rival firms: Hoshiri Heavy Industries, Gyeongui Solutions, and the Dynamis Corporation. These three firms are under ironclad contracts to sell their raw materials exclusively to corporations based on or orbiting around Beckenstein, a situation which has led to heavy investment on Beckenstein from manufacturing corporations looking to get a piece of the action. Feynman itself has been relatively untouched by the mining concerns, as its strong magnetosphere and great dark storm cells create a barrier to all but the newest generation of scanners. Which, of course, we have, because say what you want about Elusive Man, but he's definitely spared no expense for us, it seems.
Research projects that Playin is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics. Probe launched. In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
Which is why we're going to be needing a lot of that, because we're going to be upgrading our assault rifles to death and back.
Probe away. Probe away. research projects, platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
I like how we're just robbing these planets of all their resources just casually. But, I mean, frankly, that's what we're doing to Earth, so... I mean, honestly, if... You know, let's just say, hypothetically, a few thousand years from now, humans have learned how to have a spacefaring civilization. They probably would have technology that does pretty much what the probes do, and they probably just still end up doing it without remorse, and I kind of wish we wouldn't, but, well, I feel like we could actually really evolve by then to a degree that we find out. I don't know. I mean, you need a lot of resources to create stuff like ships and the sorts of things we need to be out in space, so, you know, maybe we continue just taking from nature. Oh well. I mean, honestly, taking from nature is the reason I'm able to record this right now and play these games that I love so much. It's a very weird thing. I know that there's a lot of suffering and such that has happened because of what we've done, but at the same time, it's created some of the greatest things that have helped the most people in humankind. It's very, you know, I'd say it's another, I'd say it's an example of the fact that morality isn't black and white, it's more of a gray thing. I'd say that's more of an objective take on it than any black and white one would have, because there's just always sides to everything. Let's see, Bekenstein. The recipient of the first wave of Earth's colonization efforts, Bekenstein's founders had a decidedly less agrarian plan than Eden Prime. The mission of Bekenstein's first colony was to become Earth's off-planet manufacturing base, ingratiating humanity into galactic culture by producing needed goods. Meeting with mixed success for the first generation, Bekenstein then leapfrogged its competition by producing high-quality luxury goods that went straight to nearby markets via the Citadel. Today, Bekenstein is known as the Humans' Ilium, a place where new money tycoons flaunt their wealth, and the have-nots are rarely spoken of. Which is why we're going to take from these people. This feels like Robin Hooding. This feels just. Anyway, let's use their resources to save the galaxy instead of them using it for just to be rich, basically, without really any other reason for that, which is really sad to me that so many people have that mentality, it seems. Oh, it's depleted. Did I just... No. Oh, whoops. Hold on, that's right. Nah, okay, so. Bekenstein is where we need to be, don't we? For Kasumi? I do believe so. I'm pretty sure I remember the name of it from Kasumi's quest. Let's get hers out of the way and then recruit the convict next is what we'll do. Because I love her. We'll be seeing her soon. God damn it. Love her very much. And Kasumi. That's why I'm doing this. Alright. I'm going to hold on to my points for rank 3 fortification. Kasumi, however, I'm going to dump all of her points into Master Thief. And if there's more left over, I'll see what I can do with it. Looks like nope, there will exactly be none left over. Infiltrator, health, weapon damage, power recharge time. I always like them having more damage, because I tend to be the tankier boy. So, or girl in Shepard's specific case, in, you know, my Shepard's actual case. I'm a dude in real life. I play a grill Shepard. Deal with it, friends. Anyway. Alright, cool. So we're good there.
Looking good, Miss Allison Gunn. Hawk won't be able to keep his eyes off you.
I assume Allison Gunn is my cover.
You run a small but talented band of mercs out in the Terminus systems. Precisely the type of person Hawk respects. I took the liberty of giving you a reputation. Papers, witnesses, article in Badass Weekly. Just don't start talking business with him, and you'll be fine.
Remind me, what kind of man are we dealing with?
Hawk's a weapons dealer and smuggler. He killed my partner and stole his gray box. Other than that, he's not so bad. Rich, charismatic, willing to crack open a man's skull to get at the neural implants inside.
Oof. Yep, she doesn't like him. It's very clear the reasons why, and that, frankly, I feel she's justified in that.
Now's probably a good time to fill me in on the details.
You have been waiting patiently. Our friend Hawk is throwing a party for his closest friends. A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers you'll ever want to meet. All bringing gifts as a tribute to the man himself. Our tribute is a lovely statue of your old friend Saren, rendered with loving detail and filled to the brim with our weapons and armor. You can keep your pistol as long as it's concealed. They won't hassle you over a sidearm. Once inside, we'll make our way to Hawk's vault door, somewhere in the back of the ballroom. Then, we case the security and start peeling away the layers. The statue should be there, waiting for you to crack it open and arm up. Then we just waltz into the vault and take back KG's gray box. And I'll finally get a chance to say goodbye.
How cool.
You've worked really hard on this. KG must have meant a lot to you.
Was I that obvious?
Yep.
KG's gray box holds a lot of priceless personal memories. It's all that remains of who he was. But the secret he discovered is dangerous. I wouldn't bring you here if it wasn't.
This ought to be interesting.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, Shepard's already picked up on the fact that KG was more than just a partner to her. Like, it's very clear that she loved him already to Shepard.
This is our stop.
Especially because she'd say similar things about Liara, so yeah, it's kind of the main reason she picked up on that so quickly.
After you, Ms. Gunn.
By the way, I actually love the dress that Shepard ends up with here.
There seems to be an issue with the statue.
Is there a problem here?
No, Mr. Hawk. Just doing a scan.
I don't believe we've met. Donovan Hawk.
Allison Gunn. A pleasure.
Yep, he's not going to do that.
Sir, the scanners aren't picking anything up.
I don't think our guests would come all the way here from Ilium just to cause trouble. You may pass through, Ms.
Except
Gunn.
that's exactly where,
Invited
and we're not even
after all.
familiar.
But I will ask your companion to remain outside. You understand, I hope.
No problem. You're the host.
Enjoy the party.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
Any idea why he'd send you away?
No, we've never seen each other in person. And no one knows what I look like. Just watching his ass, I'm sure. I can't blame him.
Honestly, if I were her, I would have chosen some armor that looks a lot less like, you know, she's a thief. I think that's really the reason he did it. You know, he thought to disguise us, but not herself, which seems a bit odd for a master thief, but she'll be able to do everything she needs here, spoiler alert anyway, so...
What do we do now?
We go on with the plan. You'll just have to do all the talking. I'll stay out of sight and stick with you the best I can. We'll keep radio contact in case something goes wrong. We need to find the door and the security. Figure out the next step then.
And also, Shepard would totally be into Kasumi if she wasn't, you know, in her current situation and probably straight, so, yeah.
Contain that situation.
Oh, that? A quick application of force, a little pressure, and bam! Done.
Thank goodness.
Oof.
I thought those rabble would dog you for years.
Yeah, these are the kind of people we're going to be. It's okay, because we're going to be killing a few of them. I don't know if we're actually going to be killing any of these guests, but, you know, we're definitely going to crash this party, and hopefully have a lot of them kind of get taken down a notch, because these are the kinds of people that don't deserve to have the power they do. By the way, I like her little necklace, too. I really do enjoy this getup. It's fancy, nice and fancy getup, and the futuristic cut it's got going on. And the fact that it shows off her muscular soldier arms, too. I really like that. What else? I was gonna clarify earlier. So what I mean with Kasumi's current situation is, the fact that she's clearly still mourning Keiji, and like, she didn't say it, but Shepard, like I said earlier, like, is very, like, it's very obvious to her that she loved Keiji. She wasn't just a friend or anything to her. So, yeah. First time she saw her, she was like, oh, but yeah, no. And the thing is that she feels like she should actually, speaking of lovers, lost lovers, or who she assumes is a lost lover, Liara, like, she thinks she should just go, because, she should just go try to find her on Ilium and see if they can start again, but I have a feeling that, she has a feeling she's moved on, or that maybe she should probably just, she doesn't want to just suddenly come back after 2 years for her. Like, honestly, she doesn't feel right about that, really. Like, that would be kind of mean to her, because she probably had to mourn over these last 2 years. They were really, really close, and that will also be touched on later in the, later the Shadow Broker, but she kind of feels bad for having all these flings, or these ideas of flings that will turn into flings later, at least like 1 or 2 of this game. However, she's just kind of grasping at the feelings she had for Liara and still trying to cope with them, and the flings are going to be sort of another step in that, in helping her solve all this emotional crapola in her head around Liara. Anyway, let's immerse ourselves in this ritzy atmosphere and get on with our mission.
That goes to a security room. We'll probably have to get in there at some point.
Some say Commander Shepard is still alive. Hurry.
Oh, please. It's wishful thinking, at best.
Yeah. Yep. She's kind of not surprised, but she's also kind of surprised that people are talking about her even out here in the Terminus system. Actually, no, not Terminus systems, but you know what's sad to her? This place is really close to the Citadel, proximity-wise. At least in space terms. So, yeah, that like, the fact that a place out here, like, the fact that this place, with all of these freaking scumbags just chilling in one place, can be so close to the Citadel is kind of alarming to her, because these are the sorts of people that the Citadel doesn't like. Would not want to be operating. You notice how most of them are human? No, not even all of them are humans. It seems to me that humans are a huge part of the crime in the galaxy, especially in the actual Citadel-controlled galaxy. I think the main reason for that is, I don't know what the main, but it's kind of scary to me that none of these people are aliens. You know why? Because, if you look in the Terminus systems, most of the criminals are aliens. Now, granted, there doesn't seem to be too many humans in Omega. I say that, but it seems like humans are pretty widespread here. But, like, the fact that humans are the only kind of people that are here, and that there's so many of these types of people in here, it's really scary to me. I can't really put into words why exactly, but the implications of that are like, a lot of humans don't care about the greater galactic sort of peace and stability that the Council has erected, whereas Shepard is very embracing of that.
His gun.
We need to case the vault gun. You can chat up Hawk later.
Hawk's private rooms are off limits without proper clearance.
I'm dying to get in there, but we have to scope out the vault first.
I love how she's just not even concerned about getting in. She's just like, yep, we're gonna have to get in there, we're gonna have to get in there. Well, no, we gotta do this first. She's so confident. I love that about her.
Hawk's bedroom, I believe.
Wow, who's his architect? This is a very impressive place.
Or a very large one, at least.
Ooh, the city in the distance is nice.
Who could No.
It does look like a human ilium. Well, this is supposed to be... Well, this was... Okay, this is probably why there's mostly humans here. Well, yeah, because this is basically a human ilium, lawlessness and all, as far as I'm aware, from that little blurb, so... Also, these little, decorative water places, really nice. Private Reams. No way we can sneak out of that party. Place is locked down tight and Security Chief Rowe's in charge. No way Rowe would let that get past her. I'd rather stand around bored on guard duty than risk her wrath. Sorry. Oof, Sam.
Chief Rowe, huh? She sounds like a hard ass. If we could tap into the guard's communications, I could probably use this information.
Good to know. By the way, I like the stealth nature of this mission. I really like this change up to gameplay that this DLC adds here. I think we've more or less scoped out the whole upper floor, but don't quote me on that.
Very nice. There's more here than I expected. Password-protected voice lock, kinetic barrier, DNA scanner. Looks like an EX700 series. Everything a Vault needs to be impenetrable.
This gonna be a problem?
Please, remember who you're talking to. We'll need to get a voice sample for the voice lock. You'll have to go chat up Hawk for that. We'll have to find a password too. DNA, child's play. We should find plenty of DNA samples in Hawk's private quarters. And the barrier? Cut the power. Never fails. If we can find it. KG could get through a system like this in his sleep. And I'm better.
Beautiful.
Let's get to it.
Well. Alright, so... She did say we'd have to be chatting up Hawk later, so... Alright, so, also...
Runs under the floor here. I'll set your Omni tool to scan for electromagnetic fields.
And here we go. This is cool. I like following this. It's really neato. Let's just go ahead and... So... Well... Actually, since Hawk's right there... Alright, so that goes across there, it looks like. Okay, it goes into there, under this little fish pond here, and then through here. By the way, that's a cool little... I do believe koi pond. I believe those are koi. Don't quote me on that. But it's a really nice little fish pond here. Man, this game came out in, what, 2011, 12, 10? This is still very, very good looking. I love this game. Anyway. Like, seriously, games from, you know, the 2000s and 2010s are still absolutely great looking to me. It only gets to, like, N64 and back past then, and also kind of the PS1, too. Like, when it starts to get to the PS2 era, those are good looking games to me, and I honestly tend to better enjoy games from that era, not just because of the graphical improvements, but the fact that sound, gameplay smoothness, types of gameplay, game design philosophy in general has demonstrably improved. Now, that doesn't mean there weren't good games back in the day. There's plenty. That does mean, however, that, I mean, granted, I grew up in the late 90s, okay? I was born in 1994. By the time I could play video games and remember it, I was like, it was 2000, okay? So that I missed out on that whole era. My first console was a PS1, and after the PS1, I became enamored with the generation after that. And then, you know, that was my childhood games. So that's another reason for it. However, I mean, there were good games back in the day, but I think that was more in spite of what they had to work with, and more because they wanted to make good games rather than what they had to work with. It's a lot easier to make really solid games in a lot of ways with what you had to work with, not what you have to work with nowadays. It doesn't mean that all the games are good. It just means that, honestly, I feel like there's just a lot of better games and less flops. And a lot more that you can really get hooked on in a game. I don't know. really old games are jarring to me. They tend to not be very fun for me to play, with exceptions. With a few exceptions. I'd rather play these more modern games because honestly, I love the polish. The polish makes them better to me. Now, not every one of them. There's a few polished games I don't want to play, but this one is one of the more polished ones I would like to. And even indie game developers can make much better looking games. And I don't just mean high fidelity like this. I more mean, games that are highly stylized and even simple, but they just look great. That wasn't really a thing back then, frankly, at least compared to now and technology we have. There are so many games in the style of older games that I think are better because they play smoother and their graphics are better and their sound is better. And I'm sorry. You can murder me if you want for that, but it's kind of objective depending on what sort of lens you're saying that in. But I still appreciate where gaming came from, of course. I don't know, it might just be the fact of where I grew up and the fact that I never got my hands on a SNES or a NES or a N64, or a Sega Genesis or, etc., etc., etc. Like, the oldest console I ever had was the first one I had, and that was a PS1, so... And now, granted, the N64 and the PS1 were around the same era, but I'm a little more fond of the PS1, you know why? The JRPGs. I love RPGs. I've always loved RPGs. There was demonstrably a lot more really solid JRPGs on the PS1. And 2.
1 sec.
Except I had a GameCube after I had the PS1, and I kind of regret missing the PS2 era. But now I'm kind of catching up on that era. Regardless. So there's that. Power's cut. And now we need to talk to Hawk.
There he is. All you need to do is keep him talking long enough for me to get a voice print. Pull out the charm on this one, Shep.
Well, she'll try.
Are you ready? After you.
Miss Gunn, good to see you.
There she goes. There he goes. She's actually...
Evening, I hope.
He actually shook my hand this time. I wonder if the main reason she didn't shake her hand was because he looked at Kasumi and was like, I think, honestly, later, I do believe, spoiler alert, it becomes revealed that he did know who Kasumi was. So that would explain the lack of handshake, because it looked like he was kind of distracted at that point in time. I think he was looking at Kasumi, or being like, about her, at least as far as I'm aware.
I understand the security, but who would dare try to break into Donovan Hawk's home?
Gunn, in our line of work, we attract a certain element. Few understand the pains we take to keep the barbarians at bay. People these days want comfort, entertainment, love. They don't see that the galaxy is fragile. They only have to worry about simple luxuries. Why? Because people like me and you are doing the terrible things that keep the galaxy spinning. This party is for us, the cleaners, the support structure for the galaxy's gleeful delusions of peace. May there always be a market for the things we do.
I said get him talking, and you got him talking. We've got enough of a voice sample. Let him go.
Enjoy the party, Miss Gunn.
Once we find the password, we can get past the voice scanner.
And that little speech very clearly demonstrates his and the viewpoint of a lot of these people, I think. Either that, or was that was just a nice little bullshit that definitely a lot of these people would agree with. But at least a lot of these people probably think like that, which is scary. The fact that these people feel justified in what they're doing because of essentially the things he said that I don't think really need to be elaborated upon.
That got it. The barrier's down.
Nice.
We need the password. Let's look for a security console we can hack for info.
We also need to get into his room. Somehow.
Mr. Hawk's private rooms are off limits to guests without security clearance.
Never mind then.
Enjoy the party.
Private rooms. We need to get in there. That's the best place to find Hawk's DNA.
Let's see. Hold on, what does map say? There is none. Okay.
Let me unlock that security room door.
Aha, here we go. Which I bet this is where we can maybe also get into. Okay, so we're gonna be doing ourselves some hacking here. Kinda show Kasumi our stuff.
You see that?
Get me back here.
Take him down.
I have an idea. See what you can find.
Nance. I have that problem too. So many passwords around here, can't keep them straight. The password for tonight is Perugia, so it's not even that easy to remember. It's no big deal. That voice scanner means the password's only useful to Hawk anyway. After this party, I want to grab some beers. Let me know, Samuels.
Got something?
The password is Perugia.
Huh. That's the name of the man who stole the Mona Lisa. Nice. I tapped their communications. I think we can get past that private room guard. Tell him Chief Rose sent you. Now, I just take the voice sample we got from Hawk and... got it. Now we can crack that voice scanner.
You know, a lot of Kasumi's comments here, and the comments on the stuff that Hawk has in his vault later, make it clear that she has, well, generally, honestly, a similar mindset to him. She's honestly, you know, I mean, she's a thief for a living. Now, granted, she's not a murderer like him, and most of these freaking people here. She's not a killer type of person, but, or, you know, a merc or anything like that. But what she is a lawbreaker for, you know, as a general, like, way of living. And that is what Hawk is. What I find interesting is the fact that it becomes very clear of that. Now, the only reason that she's such a bitter rival to him is because, well, he killed KG. You know what I mean? Well, I just find that fascinating. That probably the only reason she's doing this is because of KG. Otherwise, she'd probably stay clear of him, or maybe even could have been some sort of partner with him, like stolen stuff for him or what have you. Like, you know, it's interesting because clearly, you know, they have similar sensibilities and backgrounds and knowledge. Like, she appreciated the fact that his password was the man that stole the Mona Lisa. And he clearly has an interest in you know, in past, you know, purveyors of their business, let's say, because they're in a similar line of work. Frankly, it's very interesting that's kind of highlighted a bit here and there. All right. Okay, so, well, did we get what we needed? Oh yeah, Perugia. That's right. Let's go ahead and do that. I still don't know how to get into his room there. I think... Whew.
Password required. Voice ID accepted. Welcome, Mr. Hawk.
Neat. Now...
Don't touch that. Without Hawk's DNA, you'll set off every alarm in the building.
Welcome, Mr. Hawk.
Mr. Hawk's private rooms are off limits to
I have
guests.
clearance to go
On
in.
whose authority?
I have authorization.
Okay, 1 second.
They have access, Samuels. They'll stop bothering me.
Got it. Sorry to bother you, ma'am. Okay, you're clear to go in. Enjoy the party.
Nice, Kasumi. Now, what sort of guests would have clearance to his room? Now, my brain goes in one specific direction. If she, a woman, had access to Hawk's room, I'd imagine the main reason would be, you know, because he wants to meet with her here later for reasons. And that kind of disgusts her, the very idea of it, and the very idea of a lot of these things. But she's here for Kasumi, not herself. So. And also because this man needs to be taken down, and she's doing that. By the way, I love the song in here.
Now a credit shit.
Just one, but hey. Okuda Decryption Project Update. Little progress to report. We have now completed dictionary attacks using words and phrases from 4,800 galactic languages. Research into the Okuda family has not produced any matches. It is unlikely that a random brute force approach will produce a result within our lifetimes. Given the nature of the gray box technology, it is possible that the decryption key may not be a password at all. It could be a memory, an emotion, even a smell. The permutations could be infinite. I suggest that we begin investigating alternative methods for breaking through the security on the box.
We can probably get Hawk's DNA off the data pad. He seems to have obsessed over this. But I'm not sure there's enough. Let's keep looking.
Holographic interface. Won't find a sample here.
Interesting. The fingerprints don't stay on that at all, because it's just light. I wonder how that really works. Huh.
No DNA. Looks like Hawk's been trying to crack Keiji's gray box. Looks like he's missing something. He hasn't cracked the encryption yet.
It's clean.
It's a plant.
Good point.
No hair, no skin flakes.
The housekeepers must be thorough.
Good morning. Time to wake up.
Sorry.
Whoopsie. Yeah, that could be a little too loud, but thankfully it seems like no one's noticed us. Ah, not quite. Did I do the wrong thing? Oh. Okay, looks like I can't get back in there. Oh well.
The cleaners don't dare touch treasures like this. We can get some skin cells from the dust. It's probably contaminated, though. We should find another sample. Empty. Too bad. A cigarette butt would have been a good source. Not a great saliva sample, but it's still useful. That should do it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, I can't go back through that way. Did I come in from that way, or did I come in from up here? Yeah, I came in from up here. Now we can actually just literally waltz into the vault, I do believe, like she specifically said. I love that terminology, by the way. She's so confident. I love her. Alright. Let's do it there, Kasumi. Shepard kind of wishes that by do it she could mean the sexual way, but no, not her.
DNA identification affirmed. Welcome, Mr. Hawk.
I'll check for security cams. Go ahead and get dressed.
Alright, we should be Gucci. I love this shot here. This is so cool. Ooh.
So this is Hawk's vault. Very nice.
Indeed.
This scanner will hone in on the gray box. It's not far.
By the way, I like looking at all these statues. They're neat.
Michelangelo's David. Just... wow. Think we could get this out through the door?
Yeah, it'd probably fetch a few billion credits, like this many thousand years after, like, you know, it's already super rare, like here in the 2000s.
Just... wow. Think we could get this out through the door? Creepy.
Indeed. Prothean statue. I wonder what that's of specifically. Is it of the whole Reaper thing, or what? And hey.
I could still get money for something like this, even outside the Alliance.
Really? Interesting.
Nuts for this sort of thing.
Interesting. That's interesting to me that they do. And honestly, part of her brain is like, oh, so Liara might like that. I'll have to keep that in mind. If, of course, you know. And then she gets sad, she's like, but what if I never find Liara or she won't take me back?
Good. Rachni Queen. I guess everything's valuable to someone.
Yeah, Shepard's not too, you know, miffed about that. Like, she's a little bit, though, because she doesn't think the Rachni are, like, as bad as most people think they are, having met a Rachni Queen, but, you know, that's the one she let go, by the way. But, you know, they're big bug creatures, so of course they're gonna really not be something pleasant for a lot of people.
Hawk has good taste. I'll give him that.
Especially because, having fought all those Rachni in Novaria, she understands for sure.
It doesn't look like much, but that might be one of the most valuable pieces here. Turian art is rare outside of Paladin. For good reason, I say. Wow. Imagine that thing coming at you in a dark alley.
Yep. Also, this is a Dragon Age enemy, which I think is awesome.
This is nice. Oddly relaxing.
Yep. I kind of feel that too. About that one.
Doesn't look like much, but that might be one of the most valuable pieces here. Turian art is rare outside of Paladin. For good reason, I say.
Not sure if she means that in an insulting way or in I don't know. I'm not sure how she means that, but it's interesting. It makes sense that Turian artists were outside of Palaven. It's probably because it's not... It makes sense that Turian artists would be few and far between and rather, I want to say pragmatic or simple, because this is more like a modern art kind of a thing. And I think that's kind of the joke, is that, modern art sucks. And, because this is a very good example, I think, of modern art, actually. But, yeah, anyway.
This looks like Quarian script. Wow. This has got to be old. When was the last time the Quarians wrote on stone?
A long, long time ago, clearly.
I feel like its eyes are following me. Yikes.
Oofle.
That's impressive. Not sure what it is, though.
Me neither. By the way, the 3D modeling prowess that's required for all this, I'm glad that, you know, if you think about it, this section is a nice little ode to the 3D modelers, because they had to model all this stuff. And it's very impressive. So, kudos. This is why games should be considered art, in my opinion. Because look at the art that is in games. Not just visual art, but the music. Look at this, listen to this song right now. You know? The stories. There's so much. You could say there's an art to coding. Yet games are not, you know, classified as art, which is kind of sad. At the very least, I think there should be more recognition for the art inside of games, such as, you know, everything in this room I'd say is a good example. And then, or most of it anyway. And the music in games, there should just be more appreciation for it in the art world, because there's a lot of artistry that goes into this stuff. Anyway.
How did Hawk get Lady Liberty's head? Damn you, Hawk.
How'd Hawk get most of this stuff? There's actually a lot of really, really rare and priceless human stuff in here, like Michelangelo's David and an ancient Egyptian statue. Also, there's a whole other side. Actually, wait, no. No, yeah, if you look, there's a whole other side to the museum. There's a mass relay statue. That actually looks like a copy of that statue. That's kind of lazy. And then that looks like another Turian sculpture, exactly like the other one. And there's another mass relay. Okay, this is just like, hey, there's more stuff over there, but it's really just carbon copies of stuff that's elsewhere in the series. Like, those Prothean statues are probably similar to the one on the Citadel. Mass relay statues, I mean. At least I'm pretty sure they're mass relay statues. Anyway. There it is.
Oh my god. There it is.
Don't bother, Miss Goto. It's code locked. I had a feeling that was you at the door. I knew if it was really you, you'd get through anyway.
You know me. I don't like to disappoint.
I need what's in your grey box, Kasumi. You know I'm willing to kill you for it. I'll admit your skills are impressive. You got into my vault like I'd left it open. But you're still going to die, screaming, just like... No!
Have I got your attention?
Yeah, she has no patience for people like this.
Kill them!
I like that you can interrupt villain monologues.
Here they come.
I just wish that was a thing in every single villain monologue in every game. Because sadly it's not. Because there's way too many villain monologues in games. Especially in like pre-boss monologues. You know? Before you kick their ass, they have to let you know that they're gonna kick yours, except they don't, ultimately. You know what I mean? They might a few times, but, you know. You eventually get through, in canon, I'd say, because there's an end to the story after the boss. You got Chief Rose. She wasn't actually too hard. Also, Shepard thinks she's kind of hot looking, and she kind of sucks. A bit sad that she had to let her go. Remember, she's a very thirsty lesbian. It's like half of her character because I'm me. Okay, I just want you guys to know that like a lot, like so much. Anyway, so let's keep going. Good.
On my train.
There we go. Not sure why... Why did that run out? Have I just not been picking up... I need that clip over there, or one of them back there. I think I could have picked up clips back there and didn't end up doing that. Maybe that's it. I guess I'll go ahead and use, like... the shotgun? Whenever my mouse decides to work again. Okay, it's been acting up a bit. Ouch. More careful, Dergy. There we go. There we are.
Get down.
There we go. I probably need to start doing more sniper rifling in this game. I forgot how much better sniper rifles are in this game because there isn't the initial sway that makes it really hard to aim them in ME1. Oof. Oof. There we are.
Damn it! We have to find another way.
Alrighty. Come on, where is one of those? There we go. There we go. No, that's not a dude. I thought that was a person for a second. That was a pipe. But there's people up here. God dang it. I wonder if I could have seen them prematurely. I've forgotten the first shot in myself. Are they dead? What happened? How did they die right now?
These are full of fuel. It's easily enough to blast through the wall. It'll take heavier weapons than that to blow those tanks. It'll take heavier weapons than that.
I think it wants us to do... Hold on. What does it want us to do? Wait. Aha. I remember this. There we go.
That got it.
It did indeed.
What the hell are you people doing down there?
Look straight ahead.
Bring the other girl to me.
What's her like?
I'm pretty sure that that line was recorded twice specifically for, you know, like grammatical correctness, because kill Allison Gunn, bring the other girl to me. Now, probably if you're playing male Shepherd, it's like kill Mr. Gunn, whatever his first name is. I think it's Donovan Gunn. Kill Donovan Gunn, bring the girl to me. Probably that. I like that. Adds immersion. If it isn't that, I would be surprised. I would be surprised and a little disappointed, but I'm pretty sure it's just girl. If anyone can verify that, I'd like to know, just because I'm curious. In fact, I might just like play male Shepherd at one point or another in a future playthrough and realize that for myself. Probably will, actually. Whew.
And for me, Kasumi, you know what happened to your boy Doy when he fought back?
I hate you like that. Murderer. Have you been drinking?
Did you just say, have you been drinking because I was shooting at her? That's funny. I love that.
You're dead.
I wasn't meaning to shoot at you, Kasumi. Sorry about that. But yeah, she has been drinking a little. Trying to get over Liara. Just generally coping with the situation she's in right now. The whole Cerberus thing. It goes against a lot of what she stands for. But not everything. So she's in a real dilemma over it. Especially because some of the people she's allowed to work with are actually good people, in her opinion. And also they're doing a good thing, she says, but good reasons, good methods, she doesn't know about that. She doesn't really have a choice in the matter as far as she's concerned. Because the collectors need to be stopped. That's clear to her. You know? This game gives a really good reason for Shepard staying, and I like that. A lot of games wouldn't give good enough reasons, probably, for this. Alright. I am not too fond of the ammo system because of that problem. That was never a problem before, you just had to wait for a few more seconds. Even if you overheated, it was a long pause, but if you learn to manage your ammo right, you never had issues with that. Whereas in this game, you might have to move out of cover, which is deadly in some situations, in order to get some freaking ammo for the gun you want. I don't like that. I'd rather that not be a thing.
Now you see me.
I love this song. It's so awesome. Wee! Yeah.
Could have done this the easy way, Gold.
Allow me to show you the hard way.
Look left.
Alrighty. Okay, we can't damage that yet.
I see them.
Everyone left.
Lay down your weapons.
Ah, whoa, 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 whoa. Get back into cover.
Gotcha.
Shield!
What did you tell your friend, Kasumi? You're doing this for love?
Up ahead.
Shepard believes she's doing it for love because of everything she said. That's all that matters to Shepard. Whether it's the actual truth or not, Kasumi hasn't seemed to betray her, and she's doing this for love, and she understands that and is 100% behind that.
We've got company.
So, yeah, F Don's and hot. Ah, shit, really? Okay. You probably had to shoot that a lot more and get its armor down. My mistake. Hopefully they give us enough ammo for me to finish this off, but now I know what to do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Somehow I didn't see them come from all the way over there. Ah, okay. Did she kill the rest of them by herself? That's awesome. I think she did. There you are, motherfucker.
Even if you escape, I'll scour the galaxy for you.
ship. I can take down the shield.
Careful, men. Want to keep her pretty face in check.
It's okay, the shields are gonna be down anyway. Okay, it looks like we have to get her. The shields. This is the second bandit leadery person that we've fought that that hides behind a gunship. Remember Tarek? That cheap shot at Garrus and nearly killed him? Back in frickin' I think his name was Tarek, but back in Omega? Yeah.
I have a squadron of...
Please do not die! Oh my Jesus. In fact, let's do this.
Shepard, I need a clear path to the gun. Take out these guards.
Oh, there we go. I think here it is.
Got a clear shot. Here we go.
Oh boy. I love this scene, by the way. I remember this now. She's awesome. This is awesome. God, that little cheeky gesture at the end, I love her.
I'd like to get down with this line, Kasumi.
Look left. Up ahead.
Nice.
Look straight ahead.
You should have died in the world. Now you die in pieces.
There we go. Was that worth it? I don't know. But I got the ammo. There we go. And Donovan's dead. Or at least he should be. Or I think his name's Donovan Hawk. I don't know. Did I decide that the guy's name is Donovan Gunn because his name's Donovan Hawk, I think? I don't remember. Anyway. The male shepherd. I remember. It might not be. I remember what the male shepherd's name is. Let me know, friendos. In this one, what is male shepherd's first fake name that Kasumi makes up? For our cover. I think it's Donovan, which is weird because his Hawk's name is Donovan. I might just be misremembering that because of the name Donovan. I think his name's Donovan Hawk. Anyway, also, this is sad. Mini hug.
It's because I'm dead. The information we found is all here. It's big, Kasumi. If the Council ever got wind of this, the Alliance could be implicated. Kasumi, I encrypted the information to keep it safe. And I uploaded the encryption key to your gray box, so no one could get the whole package. But if I'm dead, and if anyone knows about this,
Kasumi hug.
then I've made you a target, my love. I'm so so sorry.
Keiji.
I know you, Kasumi. You'll want to keep these memories forever. But you don't need some neural implant to know I'll always be with you. Please. Kasumi. Destroy these files.
So sweet. Any hug.
There's nothing more I can do to protect you.
I can't do that. This is all that's left.
Goodbye, Kasumi. I love you.
Huggle. Kasumi, huggy. See, Shepard is all about keeping her people safe. So, yeah. She's not gonna let Kasumi risk her life for this. It's really heartrending to think about this, especially for her, but it just, yeah.
Hawk knew you had the cipher. I'm sure others do too. It's only a matter of time before someone finds you and the secret gets out.
You're right. I know. It feels like I'm losing him. Again.
Many Huggle. Yeah, she gets that.
If it's easier, I could do it for you.
Okay. Just get it over with. Please.
Kasumi, hug. I usually let her keep it. But yeah, this time, Ada, this is just a no-brainer for her. She wants to keep her safe because she's a crew member. She always keeps her crew safe as much as humanly possible. Alright, friends, that heavy thing over. As usual, about a mission per episode, so... stretchy Durgan. Once this loading screen's over. In fact, while it's happening, if y'all would like to like, comment, and subscribe, that'll really help me out. Click that notification bell if you'd like to make sure you don't miss any new videos that I drop. And if you'd like to follow my Twitter and my Twitch, my Twitter really just tells you, hey, Derg's live for Twitch. But yeah, if you do all that, then you'll be able to see me live too. And I hope y'all have a lovely day. And yeah, have good ones, friends, and I'll see you in the next one.